welcome to episode 27 of They Tried to Bury Us on FM24. I'm Jamie, and coming up on today's episode, 2 games for you in the Vanarama National League. Our first 2 games of the season will be at home to Hartlepool United and away to Accrington Stanley. So let's get straight into it, and the team to face Hartlepool United is coming up in just a moment. Okay, here is the team to face Hartlepool United, and it is Herrick in goal, back 4 Fisher, Mullen, Stanton and Abdul Salem, McMahon Brown behind Bridge and Diallo in midfield, Chimaziri on the left, Pert on the right and Burns up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant thinks it's important we make full use of home advantage. They should go out there and get a result. I'm absolutely in agreement with that. We'll pump the fists and go with that. And let's get out there and do it. So here come the players and we're underway. Hopefully we can get off to a decent start. As always, first 10 minutes, we'll see how it goes and react accordingly. And literally nothing's happened, but Hartlepool have had the better of it. So I'm going to demand more. And Lee plays it forward to Archer, finds Baker, and we've won it back. Stanton plays it back to Mullen. Mullen into McMahon Brown, onto Bridge, plays it through for Chimaziri, and the keeper's made a good save, concedes the corner, but we don't get to see it, and the highlight comes to an end. That's better, but now it's a Hartlepool free kick. Baker's ball in, header away. Chimaziri brings it clear. Chimaziri over the halfway line, still going. Has he got the ability? He's hit the post and then pulls it back, and it's off Sam Burns and then cleared, and the highlight comes to an end. It's a decent start from us, but no breakthrough yet, so we'll demand more again. Half an hour in, still 0-0, only 1 shot on target from Bury, which isn't really what we're looking for. A couple of players have picked up yellow cards, so those will be the prime candidates to come off at half time, which is now rapidly approaching. 2 minutes of added time. And there is the half-time whistle. So into the dressing room. Let's keep going and you can win it. Absolutely. And Abdul Salem is going to come off. Ryan Carr is a reasonable suggestion. And in fact, that is what I'm going to go with to come on at right back. I'm also going to take Tony Fisher off, the left back. Bring on Arthur Panzo. I might try him and Mullen the other way around. 2 and 2.5. In fact, no, it's better that way around, so we'll leave it like that. And I will bring Milenik Ali on as well for Dan Chimaziri. And let's go. Second half is underway. Can we find a goal from somewhere? Burns isn't having a great time out there, so he's going to be next. As Carr plays it back to McMahon Brown. McMahon Brown back to halfway and Stanton. Mullen's ball out to Panzo. Infield is Bridge. Panzo on the underlap. And the keeper makes the save. Highlight comes to an end. Burns is coming off for Harrison Poulter. Can Poulter be the one to find a breakthrough? With an hour gone, he's on. We have been clearly the better side, but there's definitely been a step up in quality from the National League North to the National League. And now Ali with the free kick to the back post. Header in, volleyed. Diallo crosses, and that's a corner. We're keeping the pressure on. Bridge with the left-footed in-swinging corner. Into the middle, headed away. Mullen, and it's a free kick to Hartlepool. I'm not sure what for. And now I think Bridge is going to come off. And Agyemang will come on as our final change. Advantage played by the referee. Ali's given it away though. So the advantage was blown. And now Stanton to McMahon Brown into Diallo. Pert to Carr. And Mayer with the save. Corner to Berry. Melenik Ali right-footed in-swinger. Into the middle. Header is over the top. And the highlight comes to an end. And we're out of subs. I'm going to go attacking for the last 10 minutes. See if we can grab a winner from somewhere. We absolutely deserve it, looking at the match stats and in particular the XG. But it looks like the seventh, or the majority of the 7,029 in the crowd are going to go home disappointed. As Pert heads clear. Ali over the halfway line. Still going. Steps inside. Ali shoots. And that's just off target. And that will be the final act of the match as far as highlight worthy is concerned. It is. There's the full-time whistle. Bury 0, Hartlepool United 0. And I'll be back with the second match of today's episode in just a moment. Okay, time now for the second match of today's episode, and this time it's a trip to Accrington Stanley. Team for this one, Herrick in goal. Back four, Fisher, Panzo, Mullen and Carr. McMahon Brown behind Bridge and Davis in midfield. Namai on the left, Chimaziri on the right, and Sam Burns up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant thinks there's no pressure on them and they should go out there and play with freedom. I'm going to slightly disagree with him actually. I'm going to point the finger, say we are the underdogs, but that suits us. Go and cause a few surprises. And let's go. So into the action. Burns with the kickoff, finds Bridge. Back with Panzo. Bridge runs forward, plays it out to the left for Namai. Namai's cross is good but headed away. Sheehan out to Humes. Humes' cross and Fisher brings it down, finds Herrick. McMahon Brown back to Herrick. McMahon Brown this time goes forward to Davis. Mullen to Davis, out to Carr. Down the line for Chimaziri, back to Mullen. McMahon Brown into Davis. Through ball is cut out, but Namai is onto it, and Kelly Namai has his first goal of the season, and out of nowhere it is Accrington Stanley 0, Bury 1. So we have the goal and the lead, and that will take us into the top 10 as it stands in the live league table. Can we build on it though and get ourselves a second goal to really give ourselves something to cling on to? Sheehan with a right-footed out-swinging corner, and we've conceded a penalty. Carr with the nudge. Martin steps up for Accrington. Can Herrick be the hero? No, he's gone the wrong way, and the ball's in the back of the net, and Dan Martin makes it Accrington Stanley 1, Bury 1. So Bury conceding, and deservedly so by the stats, 1-1 is perfectly fair. Chimaziri gives the ball away. And now Humes comes forward down the right, finds Mavididi, pulled back to the edge of the area. Mears with the shot, and Shamal Mears hammers Accrington ahead. It's Accrington Stanley 2, Bury 1. Demand more, definitely. Burns to Davis, out to Chimaziri, back to Carr. Mullen with the long ball forward. Chimaziri chases Eastham. Played forward to Lee, and then into Humes. Humes held up and forced backwards, and Fisher wins it back but gives it straight back to the opposition. Mavididi is outmuscled by Fisher. Panzo gives it straight back to Mavididi, and Lee plays it left to Eastham. Mears is held up but gets the cross in anyway, and Lee heads over Herrick's crossbar. Highlight comes to an end, and I am thinking that Demand More is probably the right shout, but Bridge with a free kick for Bury, header away. Namai cuts it back, and Sam Burns has scored Bury's second. It's Accrington Stanley 2, Bury 2. We've played 32 minutes and we're back on level terms. So now the question is, can we hold on till half time and then possibly reorganise to try and push on in the second half? Played out to Namai on the left, crosses it in, and the header hits the crossbar. The follow-up is slammed home by Dan Chimaziri, and we've turned it around. It is Accrington Stanley 2, Bury 3. So at the moment we're on track to go in at half-time with the lead. Bridges corner, header away, and the follow-up from Mullin is over the top. And that should be enough for what is, in the end, a deserved half-time lead. Bridge with the outswing corner, header away. Burns will keep it in. Feeds Panzo, back to Mullin. Fisher into Namai. Bridge to Fisher. His cross is headed home by Martin Davis. And not only have we got a lead for half-time, but we've got clear daylight. It's Accrington Stanley 2, Bury 4. And that will do it for half-time, or at least should do. Although Lee with the throw-in, he's winding up a long one, finds Humes, and Humes has found the back of the net. Alan Humes makes it Accrington Stanley 3, Bury 4. Still looks like we're going in at half-time with the lead, and indeed we do. But what an epic first half of the match. So into the dressing room. I've got to be happy with that. Keep it up. But we are going to need to make some changes. And Ryan Carr definitely is coming off. Ben Stanton is the recommendation. I'm going to go with Terrell Agyemang instead. And I am also going to bring on Brodie Pert as well. And I'm going to put Dan Chimaziri up front and move Pert to the right wing. And let's see how he does in the striker role. We have got Freddie Ladapo on the bench, who I can bring on if it doesn't work. But it is Agyemang with a throw-in to Davis. Mullin into Bridge, plays it back for Panzo. Fisher into Bridge. Namai with the flick on, he's going to have to chase it himself. Smith keeps it in play for Accrington and then plays it forward but gives it straight to McMahon Brown, and the cross comes in but Namai is offside and the highlight comes to an end. And I'm keeping an eye on Chimaziri. His morale's taken a bit of a dip. Rating's still good. He's tiring though. So I think it probably makes sense to bring Ladapo on. So I'm going to do that. As Agyemang wins the ball back for Berry. Mullin into Davis. Bridge to Namai. Panzo to McMahon Brown. Back to Mullin. Finds Agyemang. Davis. Back to Panzo, who goes for the ball over the top. And Namai's off. I'm not sure what for. I didn't see anything wrong with what he did. But we're going to have to take McMahon Brown off. And Chimaziri is going to have to go on the left wing. So Dan Chimaziri is going to go on to the left-hand side. McMahon Brown is going to come off for Freddie Ladapo, who will go up front. And we will also go attacking as well. So let's confirm all of that. Back into the match. And see if we can hold on for a 4-3 win with 10 men. So into the last 10 minutes. Obviously there's going to be a significant amount of added time. As Sheehan takes the corner. Header away. And Mike Ward heads Accrington level 4-4. And we have immediately paid for going down to 10 men. But now Bridge with the corner. And Ladapo's header is over the top. Herrick is really suffering with his rating today. And demand more is definitely what I'm going to do. We've got 9 minutes of added time. Are we going to pay for it and lose all 3 points, or can we hold on for 1? As we have the ball, Chimaziri into Ladapo. Chimaziri plays it forward. Davis to Ladapo, out to Brodie Pert on the right. Steps inside, out to Chimaziri, who finds the back of the net. And despite being down to 10 men, we've taken the lead again. It's Accrington Stanley 4, Bury 5. And there is the full-time whistle. I'll be back in a moment to show you the fledgling league table and to tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, here is the early season league table. And as you can see, with 2 games played, a win and a draw. And 4 points leaves us 8th in the table, just outside the Vanarama National League playoff positions. So let's take a look at when we're going to come back, and I am going to show you quite a few games from the National League this season. So we're not going to go that far into the future. I am going to bring you back in September and show you the games against Gillingham at home, which is our first television appearance of the season, and Dagenham and Redbridge away. So if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.